Oh, kiddos. Hello everyone. Okay, I'm back on. I'm back on now, and yes, I'm back on now. Let's give guests a few minutes to join us. Hi everyone. Hello, if you're joining me. Hello. We've got a guest tonight. I've got a guest, a very dear friend, and she would be joining us in a minute. I had to dash out to just make sure that she's able to see me. So if you just give her a few minutes to join us. I am back on. Let me see if she's able to come on. I've just notified her. We had a bit of technical issues, so apologies for that. Let me okay, I've seen my guest. Let me invite her to join me. Sis, if you can hear me, if you request to join me, please let me see. I think see that. Are you able to join me? Are you sure? Okay. Live for function, yes. I've just accepted your request. Okay, this thing, behave yourself today. See if you can see my invite function. Oh, you're there. Hooray. Okay, the camera, yeah, it seems. Can everyone?
Is it blurry?
Yeah, it seems blurry. Is it me?
I wonder. No,
Maybe
it's gone off.
no, yes, still here. Maybe you need.
Okay. Do you want me to use my another device?
No, it's fine. If you can just maybe I think maybe you need to clean your camera, but it seems like it's divided. I don't know.
Yeah. Or if it's just that we're already behind time. Otherwise, if you give me a minute, I could change the device.
Okay. All right. I'll wait
Let
for
me
you. We'll
go
wait
out
for
and
you.
come back.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So while we wait for Fisher, I was saying something earlier on before I had to drop off, and that was the fact that what's happened to me this morning. This song, I've heard this song. I know the song as a child. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. A kind of chant by Pastor Lawrence Oyo, and now I can't remember the guy's name, but the song just jumped out at me this morning. And it was at the moment where I was feeling very down and discouraged, right? I got a call and I was feeling really discouraged. And I was asking like a few questions in my head and just thinking, oh God, I can't deal with this right now. This is not what I asked for and everything. And then the song finished playing, and then I dropped my phone. I picked up my phone again. The song continued playing, and I was like, who asked you to play again? But what the song was saying is that decided to follow Jesus, no turning back, no turning back, and that I've come too far to turn back. Although it got to a place where I was talking about dollar, counting money, and dropping the life and all of those things, but it was I can't pronounce that name. Oh, yes, that's the name, right? And I was talking about I've come too far to go back. And as I was listening to the song, I was remembering the song that my mom used to sing about. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe it brought me this far to leave me. So for me, what I used to mean was it can't bring me this far to leave me, right? And then I was just reflecting and I was just saying to myself that, you know what, Kiki, put yourself together. God's got you. He can't bring you. He couldn't have brought you this far to leave you. And it's not possible for him to even bring me this far to leave me. in whatever aspect of my life. And then I sent a message to my friend, and she called me. I said, you know what, don't worry, I'm coming to your house. I packed my laptop and I went to her house to work, and I spent a few hours with her, you know. And what that means to me is two things. One, my confidence in God. Things will happen, life will happen. Earlier on, I said the road might be rocky, but no, I take that back. The road will be rocky as long as we're alive. There will be rocks on the path, bumps that we have to, navigate through. But that God is got us, His word is there. And one beautiful thing is that, I'm sure we're waiting for you. Let me know when you've joined. One beautiful thing is that because He's got us, we will always be all right. Right? And the second thing is that I sent a message to my friend. What I just sent was babe. And then she started calling me. I picked the phone. I said, are you at home? She said, I'm on my way. And I took my laptop and went to her house to work. And the community, the people around you, intentional about them, because the truth of the matter is when the road is bumpy, we need people around us. I was saying to one of my boys the other day that your friends, you need to invest in your friends, you need to invest in the people around you so that you can reap, from the seeds you sow, from the investment you have made. And it's very, very, very important, because the truth is, if we don't invest, when if we don't invest in them, when it's time to reap, we become like, what's it? This one, I just picked up my phone, I just sent babe. That was the only word I sent. And she called me and said, do you have a meeting this morning? She said, no. How busy are you? I said, okay, I'm coming over to work. Carried my laptop and I went over to her house because she's my friend, because I know that I can lean on her. It's very important. The people in your network, then your faith in God, knowing that irrespective, He's got you. One of my slogans to my sons is that, you know what? I do not know tomorrow. I know the person who's got tomorrow. But far above that, I know that that person, that God, is faithful and He will not leave me. He's faithful, He's faithful, He's faithful. And sometimes my boys be like, Mom, you keep saying these things, but this is what I said. You know what? It doesn't mean that He's not faithful. I do not, right now, this morning, that time I was feeling that I was so angry, I was so disappointed, I was so discouraged. But at the end of the day, I said to myself, God, you're faithful. My husband called me. I told him how I was feeling and everything. And he said, you know what, babe, you'll be fine. I'll see you when I got home. By the time he got home, I was already chopping chicken. I was already eating. By the time he got home, I was already eating chicken. I was already like, you know what, we'll be all right, Jerry. Any which way, last. Okay, our guest is here. Let me see. Please, Funsho, you need to request to join me again. Let's see if we can bring you on. But hey, that's my own little ordeal this morning, and the drama that I went through with myself. When I finish this now, I'm going to continue the chicken that I left in the morning. I'll finish it. Drink tea with, no, not tea. Don't mind me. At any time of the day, I drink my coffee. I take my coffee. So I'll probably take a cup of coffee and then yeah, and then we'll take it from there. Let me see. Funsho is here, but she's not able to request to be added. Now, wow, this technical glitch is keeping. But anyway, while we wait for her, I'll just carry on with the purpose of this live session. And the purpose is to kind of talk about the father-son relationship. If you know me very, very well, my name is Kiki. So maybe I should do an introduction for anybody that is joining or watching this new. My name is Kiki Obukola, and I'm the founder of Joshua Zami, an organization that is our vision is to raise godly, purpose-driven and God-centered young men who become wholesome and exceptional men and are fit to become world-class leaders. So one of the things we do at Joshua Zami is to connect reconnect fathers and their sons and help them build, good bonds and lasting relationship. So yeah, Funsho is asked to join me. Let me see if she can join. I've just accepted your request. Let's see if that works. So that's one of the things we do. And one of the ways we do that is by okay, she's joining us. We
Hello.
can
I don't know. I'm having technical issues with the author. I
now
can't
you are
get.
here, but I can't see you.
Now you can't
Bumi,
see
can
me
anyone
at
see
all.
her? It's okay, I can hear
Oh,
you, but I just want to find out if others can see you. Bumi, hey, Defola ADF. Thank you for joining us. Let me know if you can see Funsho or if you can hear her. I can't see her, but I can hear her. Okay, for sure they can't see you. They can
yes,
see you.
you
So
can
yeah,
see me, or yes, you can hear me.
I
Okay,
can hear
great.
you, but okay. Okay,
All
it's
right. I
still
think we will
blurred.
just have to make do.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
still
know.
blurred. But
I
maybe
don't
we
know.
just
I don't
try
know what.
again.
I don't know what's going on with the other device I wanted to use. I think we should just make do.
Yes, we'll just make do. As
Yeah.
long as we can hear you, I think that's fine.
Let's
So we'll
be
carry on.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just doing like an opening and just introducing Joshua Zami and what we do. So like I said, one of the things we do is we connecting fathers and son, because for me, I believe so much in the father and son relationship. I believe that they have to have a good relationship because the fathers are the role models to their sons. The male gender is a role model to the younger ones, right? The older ones are the role models to the younger ones. And this mentorship, this responsibility begin from the home, not the society. It all starts from the home. And that's why I believe that it's very key and important for fathers to have a good relationship with their sons. And one of the ways we do that in so many ways. We have club for fathers, we have training institutions for the sons, and then we have this amazing event that Punshu and I will be talking about. So before we go into that, Funsho, since we can hear you, even though we can't see your beautiful face, I can see, others can see. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about yourself, what you do, and yeah.
Well, my name is Funsho Chikeze, as you have said. In a nutshell, I work with children, I work with teenagers. I like to say that I've worked with children and teenagers practically all my life, from when I myself stopped being a teenager. I've taught children in church. I taught children in school. I've consulted for schools, teacher, parents, training. I've worked as a trainer, consultant to parents, to schools, to children's churches, teens churches, and currently I sit on the board of an NGO called Solid Teens and Youth Initiative, which is a 30-something-year-old ministry that works with teenagers in Nigeria. We've been running annual camps in Nigeria for about 35 years. I'm also
Mm.
mother to a son
Oh.
and a daughter. I think I should stop there, yeah, in a nutshell. Thank you.
I like that, mother to a son.
We are here talking about more parenting, isn't it?
Yes, we are, particularly our boys.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be looking at some questions that because you are the guest, so I'm the one that will be asking you questions, right? I have that honor today, but don't worry, feel free to ask me questions for sure. It's okay. So now, as a parent coach, someone in the parenting space, what do you think about the father and the son connection? Why do you think it's crucial, or do you think it's important? If so, why do you think so?
Okay, so I didn't even talk about that part of of my certifications experience. So I'm a certified, well, I don't like to say coach. I don't know, maybe because the word coach is bandied around a lot nowadays.
Facilitator.
The
Mm-hmm.
certification I have, the people that gave me the certificate, the US school I went to, they call us parenting educators. So
Mm,
I'm a certified parenting educator because we teach principles, what is called particularly the positive discipline approach to parenting. So
mm,
the um, effect of fathers on parenting boys. Is that what the question is?
Yes.
I think I will say that I've seen the effect in multiple standpoints.
Mm-hmm.
See it every day in schools, in the school environment. I've seen it when I in my work, in the time when working as a teacher in the
Mm-hmm.
classroom, because I've worked in that capacity as well. I've seen it as a youth pastor, a teens church pastor, you know, you looking at the difference between boys that, have a strong father presence. Let's even start with the
Mm-hmm.
father presence. Sometimes there's father presence, there might not be a connection, but there's
Connection.
the presence. The presence might not be very positive, but there's a presence. So I think there are
Mm-hmm.
different levels. I've seen the difference in behavior, in attainment, in disposition, in presentation, even in academic performance of boys that have a strong father presence or a father
Mm-hmm.
presence at all, and those that don't, between those that have a positive father presence and positive connection, and those that just have the presence but there's no connection. So I've
Mm-hmm.
seen that the way a boy, especially in their teen years and even in their younger years, and even young adult years, because some of the teenagers that I've worked with are now, I watched them grow from childhood. Some of them are married now, some of them are fathers themselves now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
whether or not there was a positive and a strong father connection
Yeah.
showed in how they carried themselves, what they aspire to do, how they
Mm-hmm.
are able to weather difficulties and challenges.
Difficulty.
So let me
Mm-hmm.
let me let me stop there for now.
Awesome, awesome. I love what you're saying. Well, I love the depth that you took it. You said there is the absent fathers, the ones that are totally not there. Oh, somebody is saying I'm a product of Mrs. Funshaw. Wow,
She's a mother.
Morayo.
She's
Wow.
actually a mother. There's a product. She used to be my teenager, but she's a mother
Oh,
of
wow.
three now,
Wow,
and
wow.
just had
Well
a
done.
little boy. Actually,
Mm,
she's new
mm.
boy's mama. Well,
Oh,
hi,
yes. Thank you,
hi,
Mariah,
Morayo.
for joining us. Thank you. This is beautiful legacy here, right? Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, so you talked about the father who is absent. You talked about the present father, but the positively present father. So you've taken it to three layers. That some
Yeah.
are just not in the picture. And then there are some that are there. They're just there, right? I'm there. And then there are some that are presently present, as I would call it. They're not just being there and providing, but they're present and providing all they need to provide emotionally. And I know you started off on talking about the differences, but I need you to please kind of share more light on how you think this affects these children, maybe not just now, but because like Mariah here now, Mariah was your child or your baby who is now a
Quote
mother.
and unquote.
And there are other fathers that were your babies that are now fathers. What what are the key differences or effects that you see in their lives that you want to point out to us?
In terms of the roles of their fathers
Yes.
in their lives.
In their lives and how it affected them today. Maybe positively, the negative ones and the positive ones.
Okay, for um, we're focusing on the male children now, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
narrow down. Not there's the impact on the female, but we're
On
focusing on the male
the
child
male
now.
child,
Yeah,
yes, that's
I
what we're
would
focusing
I
on.
would say that from my own standpoint, boys that had a positive father connection, you know, like I
Mm.
said earlier, first of all, they behave better. They usually don't give or don't misbehave out there, if you get what
Mm.
I mean. I've been in the there might be a thin line between you don't want the boy to be afraid of the father. So we're not talking about a case where, because I've been in the classroom before where a boy, I don't know, I can't remember what he did, and he said my father is going to kill me. But he said that as a way of manner of expression. Funny enough is that this was a Caucasian boy, and many times we would think that they are lenient with their children, but this was a Caucasian boy saying, my dad must. And at the same time, I've also been in a situation where I was saying to a boy, I'm going to call your parents, I'm going to call your father, and he said he didn't care, that his father was not going to do anything. So a boy that is out there and says he didn't care, or he doesn't care if you report him to his father, or bring his father into a conversation about him, will throw caution to
the wind.
He will,
yeah,
he will not be cautious about what he does out there. But the other one, that somewhere at the back of his head knows that there are some things that I will do that my father must not hear. The way he will behave himself and carry himself will be different.
It will be different, yeah.
It will be different. But I think it goes beyond, the boy knowing that, or having the fear, quote and unquote, of the father. But a better place to be would be a boy that also, knows that his father loves him, has the love of the father, that has that, that knows that he can talk to his father, that he knows that he has that male figure that he can approach and navigate, and share with. So those are the things those are the initial thoughts that come to my mind here.
And it's so interesting, that statement, my father is going to kill me. Sometimes it could mean, and when you said it was Caucasian, I was like, okay, I think I get it, because sometimes actually these children, they use these terms and they're wondering, okay, how can he kill you? But maybe it was just saying that, my dad will be disappointed, and so I think I very much agree with what you're saying, that so it's not always about the fear, but about what we plant in them. And talking about that, there's something I always say to fathers, that you do not raise a child who is afraid of you, but you raise a child who is grounded and is respectful, who has respect for you and is grounded. Now, that grounded is the part where they take out of the house. So over the years, our relationship with them, it helped them to be grounded in the values, in the morals, in the things that, one, we've taught them, and most importantly, we've modeled to them, because we are the role models, right? So I really love what you're saying. So thank you very much for expressing that. Now, over on to my next question is, one of the reasons why we're here is the Dan and I dinner that is coming up. Now, with the little you know about it, do you want to talk to us about why you think such events are important to fathers, for fathers to take part in?
Well, first of all, I wonder how many times or how often, fathers are able, out of their busy schedules, to even have that kind of one-on-one outing with their son. And many times when we have these outings, usually it will be with the rest of the family. So it's not as personal.
Yeah.
So I know that many families, that even get to occasionally go out, it will be everybody. Together. But one of the things that, for example, positive discipline approach to parenting recommends is having that parents scheduling that one-on-one time with each child individually. If you have 6 children, then that's 6 one-on-ones. God help you. But so that the dad and I dinner at least gives that opportunity for the boy to have one-on-one time with his father, without every other member of the family being there. In the first place, that gives a sense of being special. So yes, because boys, and they know that their fathers are very busy. My own son has challenged his dad, before to say, more or less along the lines of, I need to see you more. You're always going to work. You're always going to work. And thank God he has a father that listens to him. And he took that comment, seriously. So knowing that my father is so busy and then can take time out to take me out to an event without my mom, and we are not just going down the road, walking down the road in jeans, is actually fancy. It's at a fancy location. We are all dressed up, is going to create a lifetime memory. Even the whole packaging itself, it's going to create a lifetime memory, that if I were, to that boy, that he probably would never forget, along the lines of, I must be special to this man. It speaks. Yeah, I think that would be, it would be an action or an event that will speak volumes to the sons with regards to, the value that their fathers place on them.
Wow.
And but many times also, although things are changing with the younger generation, newer generation of fathers, with now our own fathers, for example, things like saying they love us, I love you. Even our mothers in our generation struggled with verbalizing, and it has verbalizing, love, like that, say I love you. And unfortunately, it has affected some of us growing up in our own parenting as well. So where that is lacking, where there has been no, but like I said, it's not now, it's getting better. At least my husband as well, he's not lacking in that area. He says it to the boy from time to time. God, I'm thankful for that. But if perhaps, so where the verbal, but actions, they say, speak louder than words. But an event that an idea is an action that, that supports that affirmation of love. And where there has been no verbal, declaration of love like that, that action will let the boy know that this man values me and loves me. Taking time. This man is taking time out, spend time with me, and this time around, not rebuking, not in a rebuking, not for correction, just for
Just for
because many times,
dad and I,
exactly,
just dad and I,
not for
having a good
correction,
time.
not for no. Sometimes there are some outings that will be down the road. You say, let's go out, but but the boy knows that he's going out to go and hear the story of his life on the road. So it's not that kind of going out.
Yes.
So it really would. It will be. In fact, I'm sure many sons, after that event, will be praying that there will be more. That you dad and I dinner every month, if possible. They will possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow, thank you so much. You know what? I just love the way you have articulated it, and look at me just smiling away sheepishly here. It's so beautiful to hear, and yes, I agree with you. I remember when we started Dad and I in 2016. The hotel that we had was one very posh hotel in central London. And I remember some people were asking, why this kind of hotel in central London? I said, the truth of the matter is, a lot of our children have never been to central London. They hear it. They've never seen all of these beautiful buildings in central London. All they do is go to school, from school to playing games, playing football, all of those other things, tuition, assignments, blah, 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 blah. Let them get on the train with just themselves and their dad, properly dressed. In fact, I used to say that I want them to flaunt their well-ironed suits, their beautiful suits on the train, and let other people see that, oh man, this boy is
Going
hot
somewhere.
and sharp, you know. And so I would encourage the fathers, take the train with them and come on to central London. And then the poshness of the hotel is so that they see that this thing was well thought about. So they're walking into the hotel, the receptionists are welcoming them. They see that attention is paid to them. They walk in, come into the room, they're welcomed with drinks and snacks, and pictures and all the paparazzi and they're, it's usually a beautiful sight with their dad. And you said something. Wait, they're not just walking down the street with dad. You said jeans, you're even nice. Me, I said we track bottoms. Walking down the street with track bottoms or, getting into the car to be scolded. So they take the journey, they get on the journey. And last year we had it in Buckinghamshire in another posh hotel. And guess what some fathers did, sis? They booked the nights. That's okay. After the whole event, they would stay the night. Some of them that did not book the night, after the whole event, they came to me and said, can you help us find out if there's room? We want to stay the night. So they did not book it, but they stayed the night even though they were not ready. Thankfully, they came in suits, right? So the jacket, the shirt, and the trouser was the clothes for the following day. And I was just looking at it, oh, what? That's like the result of the beautiful moments they've spent together. And like you said, the boys just feel valued. Dad has left everything just to spend this time with me. And it goes a long way. It creates there is no way I will forget that if my dad does
lingering memories, lifetime memories.
Lifetime memories for the boys. And it's such a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for, throwing in that spine and just explaining it, throwing light into it the way you did. Now, I know you and I have had a conversation. I know your boy and the dad will be in the room by God's grace. So, what would you say is exciting for you, thinking about like what would the experience will be? And an example is a parent calling me the other day and saying after the first or second time that the family attended, in fact that particular family, they've attended every year now for the past 5 or 6 years. And the mom calling me and said, after the first time, she said, please, what do people do there? Because since these two people got home, they've not stopped talking. The other children are jealous now. What is it what people do there? And it was at that time we're still saying the child has to be 11 years and above, right? And the boy, and the mom called me and said, no, we cannot do 11 years and above any next year because this boy will not let me have peace in the house. And so we had to pull down the age. Now, last year, we had a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old in the room. I think the 6-year-old was the most vocal. When they ask questions, they would get to take the microphone and answer the question. As in, sis, when we had, we normally would have the moments, just you and dad, where the dad is listening to the boy. And guess what? That 6-year-old dad was one of the fathers that were crying when the boys were talking to their dad. And the fathers were like, I know him. We've had this relationship. We do this, we do it. But I never knew his thought pattern about how I parent him. And it's just so beautiful to hear the boys open up to their dad. Some, when I say crying, maybe not necessarily that they were scolding the dad and telling that, but maybe some appreciating the dad to say, Dad, I see you do this. Well done. So, sis, back to you. What are the things that you're imagining would happen in the room that you are excited about?
Well, first of all, I think even before arrival, my own too, they already first, of course he has jackets here and there, but the last complete suit that he had, is probably, I think he's outgrown it. So it starts from them looking at, oh, we want to go buy suit shopping. So it's starting from there. So getting the special wear, the dinner wear, and then mine is also, well, I think he's almost very close to 8 years now, 7 plus, but he's also quite vocal. So I think his dad would also hear some things that night because he talks a lot. If growing up, we even thought he's more vocal than a girl. So he talks a lot and expresses himself. So it's no gender bias. So I want to expect that the father will also get a lot of, should I say, light bulb moments. Hopefully not tears. But if they are happy tears, is also fine. So yeah, I think it will be special.
Of joy.
Yeah. That's what I say. Happy tears. So they will. I expect that too, and I expect that when he comes back, the boy will not let us hear the last of it also in the house forever and ever. And he will go to school and also talk about it. Yeah, because
Mm,
everything, is
mm,
still at the level primary, is in primary, in year 3.
mm,
And you probably talk about it at show and tell in school.
mm,
So you see
mm.
how long that lasts.
Oh,
Yeah. So
beautiful,
I
beautiful.
expect that they are going to have a great time
Oh,
together.
dear. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it. I know they would have a good time. I know they would have a good time. And now, with all of these things that were printed, I just love the beat of the suit shopping. There was a time, there was a particular, I think 1 or 2 years that I will go online and look for suit deals and share, you know. But I think the fact that both of them would sit down or probably go out to go and look for what they would wear together. It's amazing. And some fathers even go to the extent of choosing the same thing for them to wear, that they're wearing the same
Matching
stuff.
suits
Matching, in fact, it's always a beautiful
like
sight to
groom
behold.
and
And
ring
best
bearer.
man, your ring bearer. Exactly. It's
Or
usually a
best
very
man,
beautiful sight
depending
to
on the
behold.
age of the boy anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's usually very beautiful to behold, and I'm so looking forward to having your family there. Sorry that you and the girls are not invited, but no, we're not sorry.
No worries. It's their time.
Exactly,
And we
exactly.
will be the beneficiaries of their
Of their
of their
beautiful bonding.
exactly of their renewed connection. Mm.
Exactly, exactly. So while we wrap up, is there something you would like to say to a parent who is listening to us, be it a mom or a dad, about why you think they should be in the room with us on the 14th of June at the Dad and I dinner event for fathers and sons?
Well, I'll just say that let's do this, make this special sacrifice for our boys. I know that it might be a sacrifice on different um, fronts. For example, for my husband, I think he probably was even supposed to be at work that day, and he's
Mm,
going to have to take time off work. So might have to take time off work. There's you're going out of your way to make this happen, but
mm,
you are doing it for your son. And just try it out, this year, like Kiki
mm,
has said, and you will see by yourself, that it will be worth far more than whatever it might, cost in time, in effort,
yeah.
even in money or whatever. The and I think some of these things you would even be amazed that years to come, there will be something that will happen that the boy will be connecting to that event. And then you will look back and, really just be thankful that you took time
Them
out
to
to
come.
make it happen.
Mm,
Yeah, to make
mm,
it happen for
mm,
them, to be
mm.
there for
I
them.
agree.
So
I agree.
I encourage every father in the house. This is
Mm,
beyond buying a new PS,
oh,
whatever the video game
mm,
now. This is
mm.
beyond buying a pair of
Trainers.
new trainers.
Mm,
This is experiential. So, and an experiential gift, they will outgrow the new Nike Kicks. I mean, what do those
mhm,
teenagers call it?
mhm,
They will outgrow it sooner or later. A newer brand will come out with a
mhm.
new model of the video game will come out. But the memory from this special time
Will
will
be
will even,
forever.
let me say, would even probably, yes, would probably even still be lingering even after the dad has gone in his old
I
age.
agree.
Yeah. And
I agree.
it will be a legacy that the fact that the son can also even turn, these things can even become family tradition,
Mm,
that the son
mm.
will now continue with their own sons. And
Yeah.
in today's world
Mm,
of all sorts of negative um, stereotyping for males,
yeah.
particularly males
Mhm.
of colored males, is what other legacy, what we know, this kind of opportunity to make a positive legacy, to pass on a positive legacy to our
Yeah.
sons cannot be overemphasized, I
I
think. Yeah.
agree. I agree with you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sis. And thank you everyone that's joined us. Thank you for just joining us. Thank you for listening to the replay, but you have heard it all. There is no better legacy to give to our children than the connection, the bond, and the beautiful memories that we live with them. And in all honesty, irrespective of where your journey has been, today that you're hearing this, that you're knowing this, is your day one. And it's okay to start today. And I give myself as an example. Growing up, I didn't have a fantastic relationship with my dad. But at some point, I don't know what switched. And what I remember of my dad, all of those, I just knew that, okay, I didn't have a fantastic relationship with dad. He used to hit me and I didn't used to like it. He used to complain about me. But you know what? When I want to talk about my dad, consciously or unconsciously, the moments I remember are the moments he looks at me and says, my daughter. The moment where I cannot remember my dad calling me my name. What he calls me is my daughter. Have you met my daughter? Oh, my daughter has come. Those are the things I remember. So
Mm.
it's very important for us to be conscious and to build good memories. For dad died 16, 17 years ago, but
Wow.
still remember him, those, and even though those years I'm talking about, I don't think they were up to 5 years of our lives together, but that's what I remember. So the moment we know is the moment to start, and God forbid something happens, who knows? We promise the moment to maximize the moments we have with our loved ones. God forbid something happens tomorrow. What are we leaving? What legacy are we leaving? The wise man leaves the inheritance for his children's children. And this inheritance includes good memories. So, guys, on the 14th of June in Buckinghamshire, we're inviting you to join us at the Dad and I dinner. And if you're a mom, you're watching this and you're wondering, oh, I'm a single mom. How about my boys? We tried a model last year, which was allow a single mom bring her sons. But so I did a live session with her tomorrow. You can check my page. I'm sure you would see it. We allowed a single mom bring her boys, but we said to her, you cannot stay with them. But because she was the first and the only single mom there, we asked her to sit behind and observe so that she can give us feedback. And if you want to hear the feedback, please watch the live session I had with her yesterday, where it was a beautiful experience. And it's always beautiful. My boys have benefited from this since 2016, and I will keep doing this. In fact, I told them to get ready because I'll pass the baton on to them. We have to keep doing this. It's a legacy that we're leaving behind. God bless you so much, Funsho. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for joining me. It's been a beautiful one, and I look forward
Thank
to
you
hosting
for having me.
your men on the 14th. Thank
Definitely, by
you.
God's special grace. See you. Bye.
Amen.
Thank you for
Bye,
having me.
everyone.
Bye,
Yes, God
everyone.
bless
Bye.
you. Bye. Bye.